Inclusion is considered the muscle of diversity. It's what we do as we interact with one another to have people to feel welcome and engaged. But the reality is these companies have made enormous investments. And so estimates are that in the U.S., we spend about $8 billion with a B annually on diversity programs, right? But then when we look at the impact of those programs, we've found that we have made very little progress with regard to seeing people of color and women in C-suite positions and in the highest earning roles. So in essence, diversity and inclusion programs have certainly gotten us from where we were 60 years ago, but they certainly have not gotten us to where we need to be. That's why I often talk about diversity and inclusion as a bridge to nowhere. Now, in my mind's eye, what gets us the rest of the way has to be this focus on equity. It has to be about how all people have fair opportunities to achieve their full potential. It has to be about employers and within the workplace, asking yourself the question, if you've checked off all the boxes of diversity, yay us, right? If you do the inclusion and engagement survey and people say, well, I feel pretty good about being here, wonderful. But when it comes down to assessing who has power to make decisions, who has access to resources within that workplace, if you don't see that diversity reflected when it comes to power and access, you have yet to get to this place that is about fairness and is about people getting to their best possible outcome. So to have dumped $8 billion a year into diversity and inclusion and to not see the metrics move speaks to the much deeper issues around racism, sexism, classism, xenophobia. It runs the gamut, right? And so in order for us to begin to have equity, diversity, and inclusion in the workplace, we have to have people supported to do the individual work to learn about those isms that I just mentioned, and then to unlearn them, actually, and then to figure out what it means for them